Well, hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the podcast about action figures. But you know, it's a little bit edgier. You might even say it's a little bit extreme. And I know something about extreme because I'm the franchise Shane Douglas. Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast, the gold standard. Tune in or get your, franchise. Now cut the music.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. I may throw this on the YouTube channel. I may not. I'll probably just keep it here on Instagram, though. So they're here. We've been waiting forever for the reintroduction of this Hasbro style Mattel retro figure line. And man, we had some really great retros that were released to us via retail. I thought Mattel did a pretty good job, especially with that Attitude Era wave. And then it was all over the place. I think that they really tried to do too much with them. But at the same time, I think we got a great character selection. And I think it proved during retail that you could continue to do these, especially if they are retro WWE superstars, wrestlers, etc. And we know that there is market demand for these retro Hasbro styled figures because we have several other small independent toy companies producing them, and they continuously are selling out. So with all this said, as you can see, they're here. The WWE official retro bundle 4-pack wave 1 by Mattel Toys is here, and it comes shipped to you in a classic shipper box like you would get at retail. So I like that. I think that's a little fun thing to have. I like things that are case fresh, obviously. Here we love to be mint on card for life, and we have a mint on card figure here. So we're gonna get this open. I got it open already. We're gonna crack right into it, and we'll show you the box, we'll show you the figures. And to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit I don't know what the right word is. I don't know, maybe, I don't say unimpressed. I think the figures are great. I just don't know how I feel overall about the reintroduction of this line. I'm a little conflicted. Let's just put it to you that way. I'm a little conflicted about how they reintroduced the line. I'm a little conflicted about the wrestler / superstar selection here. I'm a little conflicted about the package we had to buy or purchase in order to get some of these figures. So with that said, maybe I'm a little jaded, and my review is going to be a little jaded because I think those are a lot of important variables in me liking something and wanting to review it in high regard or have a overall positive review about it. We're not trying to be negative here. We're just trying to give you an honest opinion and assessment of what's going on, and we'll do it here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. That's what we're all about. So let's get right into it. As you can see, you have the official retro 4-pack box here by Mattel, and all of the wrestlers that come in this 4-pack are pictured on the box. They're just promo images of the wrestlers here. So you have, obviously, Mean Gene, Mr. T, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Cowboy Bob Orton. What I do like is that they did some images on the sides as well, but they're the same. So, I mean, this is the same as the front of the box, and then this is just the heads of the wrestlers on the other side. So, again, I think I like the fact that it's a little more plain, but maybe it's too plain. Maybe it's too much reuse on the images here. And maybe that's how they cut the cost down. I have no idea. But I would have liked to see something changed up on the sides. I'm getting too much of the same thing here, just right off the bat. And then as you go around to the back of the box before we open it, you can see you have all 4 figures in the series here on the box in the sketch style. It's traditional to Hasbro figures as well. They give you a little bit of a sketch style here on the back of the box. So it is harkening back to the Hasbro style figures and the aesthetic there. And then you have all the figures actually displayed in the retro style Mattel ring, which is pretty interesting. And then it's just plain. I mean, you have a WWE logo, and again, everything is just kind of all coming together from the front to the back of this package. So let's get them out of the package. All right, as we take these figures out of the box, the first one here is the Mr. T. The Mr. T is great. I love the packaging, and I don't like it at the same time. It's interesting. It's kind of a love-hate relationship because I absolutely love the fact that they simplified it, but maybe they simplified it too much. You have all the elements obviously here in some way, shape, or form. I think of that traditional Hasbro style packaging. As we're going to see here, I'm going to bring in the Yoko I have here on the side just for comparison purposes. And you can see that there's a lot there. There is a lot there that is very similar to the Hasbro style of packaging. And this is, we're familiar with this in retros. I mean, they switch the packaging up here and there at times, but for the most part, this is a traditional retro style packaging that you'll find on the past retros as well. They did simplify this area to have the Superstar action here, which I think the Hasbro does a lot better job depicting. I don't know. That's just me personally. What do you guys think in the comments there? I think the rounded logo here is just a little too plain. Again, I mean, you see that there's a lot of angles and a lot of roundness in the Hasbro style. I don't know. Again, just maybe it's me. Comment below. They did sell out of these figures, so I guess there's a demand there. I don't know. You got the T here. You can see, you know, it looks like Mr. T. I don't know how you can't mess this up, how you can mess this up. I mean, it's basic. You know, he has the red tights with a few like white highlights, you know, with the circles and the gold boots. It's a nice touch on the shoelaces that they did a red color here and a blue color there. But again, it's something so small and so detail-oriented that I probably wouldn't even have noticed, personally. Not a big Mr. T guy. I mean, I like Mr. T as a celebrity. I don't know if I necessarily need him in my wrestling figure collection. But I guess you do, especially if you're an 80s collector. So that's the T. Again, the same stylized back of the card that traditionally you would see with the Hasbros. And I can switch my Yokozuna around here and you can get a comparison. I just don't know. I'm not feeling it, guys. And remember, in red cards, they started doing these checklists. So prior to this, they didn't have the checklists. Or maybe in certain series, they did. This is a red card series. So you have the checklist here. But for the most part, you would just have the wrestlers in the series pictured in their sketches, which is cool. And a really cool bio here, which I don't think translates too well over to the retro. I think that they simplified it too much. There's not enough there for me, right? I mean, you have height, weight, everything. You have bullet points. And here it's just like Mr. T main eventing WrestleMania brought Hollywood star power to the WWE. Okay, great. Whatever. I do like that they have the action here. It's displayed. I do like that they've done that, but I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is. It's just too plain. Maybe could they have done something here with the logo? Could they have put World Wrestling Entertainment? Could they have, you know, you had the official symbol on all those elites that everybody hated. I mean, could you have put an official something here? I don't know. Comment below. What are your thoughts on the Mr. T? What are your thoughts on this retro series? For one, again, I'm just not totally sold or impressed by pretty much anything right now. So, I don't know. In this series, I guess the Mean Gene would be the highlight for me. This is the Mean Gene. I had purchased these to support the line. I hope that we're going to get better selection of WWE wrestlers, WWE superstars moving forward. The Mean Gene's okay. Again, I think we need a Mean Gene in a Hasbro retro style, so I wasn't too disappointed with this figure. But again, I think maybe it comes down to the amount of legends that are available. And what are you going to redo? Do I want another Ultimate Warrior? Do I want another Undertaker? Do I want another Hulk Hogan? Probably. I'd probably buy them. Do we need them? No. I mean, we do have a lot of them already. So again, even Macho, Flair, you know, you can name the big names. And I think the problem with this line is that most everybody is already produced. Let's be realistic. I don't know. Does everybody want a Goon retro style? I don't know. I don't. You know, I don't particularly want one. There's the Bob Orton. Again, another wrestler that would be an easy pass for me. I do not need a Cowboy Bob Orton retro, in my opinion, in my collection. I just don't. And again, that should just be me, you know? I really like to focus on WWE wrestlers, WWF wrestlers in those core Hasbro production era, you know, that licensing agreement from 1990 to 1994. So I would have liked to see maybe some names that didn't get a figure made, or maybe even some names that the figures were poorly made. Maybe they weren't as we expected them to be. Obviously, years and years later, we have a nostalgia to them. So, I mean, you're going to have a certain, even on figures like the Ric Flair, the original Hasbro Ric Flair, or case in point, the original Hasbro Roddy Piper. I mean, it is a little bit of an odd looking figure. So maybe that was Mattel's decision here. Let's give them a new Piper. Let's have it, a removable kilt on it. So we have an in-ring look and we have a entrance look. So I get that. But again, I'm just not high on this selection, guys, at all. And again, these did sell out on Mattel Creations. I mean, they were up there for about an hour or so, but they did sell out. So I don't know. I'm not even hot on this Piper skin. I don't know. Short hair Piper. Okay. Again, guys, I'm not too excited. What do you all think? Please comment below. Please follow us. Continue to follow us. This is going to be a shorter video than normal. But yeah, what do you think of the Mattel WWE Retro line? Do you think that you'll be continuing to purchase these? Do you think that they simplified the packaging too much? Do you think that they should have started the line, or, I mean, not really start the line, but reboot the line with a different character selection, a different, I should say, wrestler selection? I don't know. I'm kind of mixed. I think this is just average for me. I'm kind of like, okay, let's move on. And let's move on. Let's get to a point where we're getting some big names in this line and maybe starting to purchase singles, because I don't want to be buying a 4-pack every time. If you're going to give me wrestlers like that, and I mean, even like that, I don't need Mr. T in my retro collection. So, guys, thank you so much for joining the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. Again, don't forget to continue following us on Twitter and Instagram at SQDCircleAFP. We're going to continue to provide you with as much content as possible. Just a reminder, too, we have the retro KWK figure bodyguards available. They will actually be available next week. So these are to protect your retro style figures. You can head over to our website, sqdcircleafp.com. You can pre-order them right now. We also have them available for Jazzwares AEW products as well. I want to thank everybody for viewing this and watching this video. Again, what are your thoughts on the Mattel Retro line? Do you think these have any leg? They did well for the sales. I'm not overly enthusiastic about the actual selection of this particular assortment. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Again, follow us at SQDCircleAFP on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. Head over there, smash that subscribe button, and hit a like on all the videos you like. Until next time, remember, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast is literally the gold standard in wrestling figure collecting. And I pity the fool who doesn't follow.